Hey guys, it's HK Boba, and if you are a left-click mashing legend in Naraka Bladepoint, but you're ready to go beyond that and take your game to the next level, we've come up with a short guide that should help you get started. For today's video, I've invited Mime. He was a closed beta test tournament winner and one of the top ranking players.
Hey guys, it's Mime. HK Boba is going to go over the basics, and then we'll be going over some tips and tricks on what I use to win more fights.
So we're going to split up the video to cover tips for fighting and then movement. We won't cover all the basics, but just to cover our bases. We'll start with attacking. On the ground, you can either attack, focus attack, or parry. They sort of have a rock, paper, scissors interaction where focus attacks can armor through and beat regular attacks. But focus attacks are vulnerable to parrying, while parrying is useless against regular attacks. Now that we have that out of the way, let's dive a little deeper. Landing a parry on a focus attack allows you to get a free stab that does an insane amount of damage as well as disarm them. A parry can sometimes straight up just win you a fight. So let's talk about an easy way to land more parries.
A big part of knowing when they're going to land a focus attack is knowing what they have in their arsenal. So if you're playing whatever weapon, your third left click attack will always be a focus attack. Those focus attacks are parryable. So if you see a lot of times new players or people that are just trying to string together the easy combos, they're going to be using the classic 3 left clicks in a row. So once you get hit by the second left click, you know you have a window to parry.
The only exception to this rule is the Great Sword, where the focus attack comes out on the second attack. On the flip side, it is also super important to avoid getting parried.
So if you want to avoid getting parried, you have to know that in their mind, they're thinking about the third attack you're going to do is a parryable attack. So if we can cancel that by doing 2 attacks and then a crouch cancel or a different type of attack, even a dodge, they're going to parry and you're going to be able to get another string of combos going.
There are also multiple ways to cancel your focus attack in case you need to.
The main one that you're going to be using during combat is dashing. So if I start a focus attack, I can dash away and quickly start another one, which will also bring you into the slide animation, which can help close distance and land your focus attack. Another way, if for whatever reason you don't have stamina or you can't dodge, maybe like restriction of the area, you're in a small building, then you can charge it, press C, and it'll cancel it. So if you know someone's about to parry and you don't want to eat that attack, you can either C or you can dodge.
And the final way to avoid getting parried is to simply hold your charge until after the parry animation is over, and then you can unleash your focus attack. Naraka is extremely new, so if you want to see more in the future, please let the YouTube algorithm know by smashing that like button. And while you're there, please consider subscribing so you'll know when more Naraka videos are out. Alright, let's move on to the second half of the video, movement. One of the biggest things I noticed when I first watched Mime play was the difference in our speed and the way he was canceling from one movement to the next.
There are a couple tricks you need to know to make your movement smoother and quicker. So first of all, with movement, you have the crouch jumping, which is my personal favorite. While you're sprinting, you can press the C button to crouch and you'll do a slide. If you use that in combination with the jump at the very end of it, you'll do this crouch jump. And it's slightly faster than sprinting and can help you catch up to enemies that are running away or retreat from a bad situation. Another option for quick movement is the slide attacks. So if you're sprinting and you start holding either your left click or your right click to do a charge attack, your character will slide. So regular standing still, you're kind of stable, but if you're sprinting, you can do a slide. You know, in your high intensity combat situations, you may be charging an attack and then slide over to them. It's a really good way to close distance while still ticking time off your charge attack to land it. That'll be a really good way to catch people that are on the defensive is, you know, say you get a couple good hits in, they start running away, you can get a pretty good sliding attack, especially with the quick charge weapons like Katana. It's really easy as a new player to kind of get stuck in the pocket is what I call it. You know, you're just kind of sitting in front of them, like slashing at each other with no movement. The way you're going to want to be taking higher level fights is by incorporating a lot more movement into your gameplay. So, you know, the sliding focus attacks, you know, doing the crouch slide to get around them easier. It all kind of comes together and helps you avoid attacks as well as land your own attacks.
So now that we've covered both attacking and movement, let's get to our more advanced topics like combos so that we can get the most out of our damage whenever we get a hit. So for starters, the most basic combo is if you land any light attack or dash attack, you're guaranteed one more light attack. Also, if you land a grapple hook on someone, they'll be stunned for a split second, giving you a chance to attack them from the air.
So following up a grapple hook, you can either do the left click attack or the right click attack. Left click is going to be a more horizontal flurry type attack. Right click attack goes straight down. If I'm at a certain range and I grapple from here, usually going to be able to follow up with the left click attack. If you're way above someone and you're grappling them, that's when you can kind of right click and land on them.
But beyond this, we can also try to knock our opponents down and then go for a tech chase.
So tech chasing in this game is basically just trying to catch the opponent at the end of their roll as they're getting up from being knocked down. A really good weapon to do that, and which exemplifies it the most, is with longsword. As they're getting up from the ground, you're throwing out another wave and will hit them right as they're trying to get up.
To set up a tech chase, any focus attack from your third hit combo string will knock down, or any air right click attacks will also knock people down. Raw focus attacks that you charge up can knock down, but it really depends on the weapon. For example, the katana will not knock down from the neutral charge focus attack. So you're gonna have to go into training and try to find different ways to knock people down to set up as many tech chase opportunities as possible to maximize that damage. And that's pretty much all we had for today. There's a lot to cover with Naraka, and I hope these fundamental tips can help you win more of your fights. A huge thanks to Mime for stopping by. Please go check out his YouTube and Twitch. I'll have all the links in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.